My sub bullied a disabled kid and locked him in a closet for 40 minutes. Danny sits 2 desks away from me. He's autistic and has Tourette's. That means he blurts stuff out. He'll yell blue or pencil. In the middle of math, he doesn't mean to. He can't help it. We've all known him since grade 1. Yeah, he got bullied the first week. But our teachers shut that down hard. Now we just deal with it. It's just Danny. Our school never gets random subs. If Mrs. Paxton is sick, Mr. Lee covers. If Mr. Lee is gone, Ms. Garcia covers. We don't do strangers. Except right after spring break, Mrs. Paxton had to go to some big appointment and no one else was available. So they brought in Ms. Bateman. Mrs. Paxton warned her. Left a note on the desk and told her face to face. Danny has Tourette's. Be patient. Do not punish him for tics. MS. Bateman didn't care. From minute 1 she hated him. Danny said door. During attendance and she goes, "Excuse-me, we do not interrupt." He ticsed again during spelling and she slammed her book shut and said some people need to learn self-control. She kept doing this fake sweet voice but her eyes were mean. Like she wanted him gone. Last hour of the day. 2:00 p.m. 1 hour left. Danny ticsed loud during science. He yelled B. Ms. Bateman snapped. She grabbed her dry erase marker and chucked it at his head. It hit him right in the forehead. Red mark instantly. The whole class gasped. She didn't even care. She stormed over, her face all red, grabbed Danny's ear and twisted. He screamed, not a tic. A real scream. She slapped him. Open hand, right across the face. I heard it. We all heard it. Then she dragged him by his ear. He was crying and going, "Stop, stop, stop," and she was hissing, "You'll learn to shut your mouth." She yanked him to the back closet. That closet sucks. It's where they keep the extra chairs, 40 boxes of paper, the old science kits, the Christmas decorations. There's 2 feet of floor you can stand on. That's it. She shoved him in. He hit the boxes and they crashed down on him. She slammed the door so hard the wall shook. Click. She locked it from the outside with her key. For 3 seconds nobody breathed. Then we heard him knock. "Ms. Bateman, knock, knock, knock. Let me out, please." His voice was shaky. "Lucas is braver than me." He stood up. He took 1 step toward the closet. Crack, MS. Bateman grabbed the big wooden meter stick and smashed it on Lucas's desk. It broke in half. The sharp end went flying. She pointed the broken half at him and said, "Sit. Down. Eyes up. Front. Now." We all whipped around so fast I got a neck cramp. Then Danny started really screaming. Not words, just ahhhhhhhh. And banging. Thud, thud, thud. We heard boxes falling. He was throwing himself at the door. I could hear him hyperventilating. He was choking on his own breath between screams. And we had to sit there for 30 freaking minutes. Ms. Bateman kept teaching like we couldn't hear a kid dying 10 feet away. She made us do multiplication. My paper got wet because I was crying and trying to hide it. 3:00 p.m. Bell. We exploded out of there. I sprinted to my mom in the pickup line screaming, "SHE locked DANNY in the closet, HES still in there." Other kids grabbed teachers. Within 5 minutes the room was packed. Parents, teachers, Principal Matthews was running. The closet was silent now. That was worse. Ms. Bateman was at the whiteboard erasing stuff like, "Oh, hi, can I help you?" Principal Matthews goes, "Open the closet. Now." She doesn't even blink. She goes. Boys that cause trouble need a timeout until they learn to behave. I was teaching him a lesson. That's when everyone lost it. Alexa's mom screamed and lunged at her, actually tried to punch her in the face. Mr. Jameson, Sarah's dad, was yelling, "You're going to jail," over and over. The teachers were trying to hold parents back. Principal Matthews had to stand in front of Ms. Bateman like a bodyguard while he called 911 because he thought the parents would kill her. Cops showed up in 3 minutes. Officer Morrow yelled at us to get in the hall before I start arresting parents. But we all crowded at the door. We saw. When they unlocked the closet, Danny didn't make a sound. He was on the floor in a ball, buried. There were boxes on top of him. Loose paper stuck to his face with snot and tears and blood. His forehead was bleeding. Both his knees were scraped raw. He wasn't moving. For a second, I thought he was dead. I really did. My mom grabbed me and started sobbing into my hair. Mr. Jameson started punching the wall. The cops yelled everybody out and called an ambulance on their radios. We were walking out the front doors when the paramedics ran past us. Next day at school, everyone knew. Some parents stayed and watched them drag Ms. Bateman out in handcuffs. She was screaming, "I did nothing wrong. This is ridiculous. It's just a timeout. What is the big deal?" Danny was in the hospital for 2 weeks. Concussion, split lip, bruises in the shape of box corners all down his arms and back. He woke up, but he does not talk. Not to his mom, not to his dad, not to me, just his tics. He'll yell hot or green. But if you ask him a question, he just stares. And if a woman he doesn't know walks in, a nurse, a doctor, anyone, he screams and claws at the walls to get away. The doctors said PTSD. Severe. He's been in some special hospital program since. He hasn't been home in 3 months. Cops found out Ms. Bateman did this to 5 other kids at other schools. 5. In 2 years, all kids with ADHD or autism. She picked them. Trial is next week. 5 counts child abuse, 5 counts child endangerment, 5 counts child neglect. She should rot. Forever. But now my dad heard from Mr. Jameson that her lawyer found a technicality. Something about school policy wasn't clear on closet timeouts or no proof she intended harm. Are you kidding me? We heard him screaming for 30 minutes. We saw her slap him. We saw the blood. She threw a marker at his head. If she walks because of some stupid loophole, I swear I will lose it. How is this even real? How can someone do that to Danny and maybe get away with it? I still hear him banging on that door when I try to sleep. Edit. Sorry for spelling, I'm shaking. And yes, my parents said I can post this. They want people to know.